So here we are for round 1 of the daily with blue, white, red Kago, or Cobblade, I'm sorry. And I'll pause this while waiting for my opponent. So we're back here. This hand's pretty decent. It's not the best, but we do have a lot of good cards. We have our two powerhouses here, as well as one of the namesake parts of the deck, and all of our mana. Not all of our mana, but all colors of our mana. So we'll keep this, especially on the draw, not knowing what our opponent is. So he's Valakut. This is not the strongest hand against Valakut, but it could be worse. Let's see what he's got here. Colony Heart Expedition. Okay, that's nice to get an island there. Allows our Glacial Fortress to come in and play untapped. Let's see if we can get our Stoneforge Mystic going. Sort of Feast of Famine is what you want in this matchup. You want to make them start discarding and allowing you to untap and play counter spells and such. Yeah, I was figuring he had a Terramorphic there. Okay, so he's not going to be able to play Primeval Titan next turn, but he will the following turn, so we need to draw a Mana Leak or something. Okay, that's not very good. Next turn, he's only going to have access to 4 mana untapped, so he can't play an Acidic Slime. We could, normally I'd sit here and play the Feast and Famine off of the Mystic, but the one extra damage we're going to get in here may be better actually, because we don't have any counter spells right now. This is not looking good for us, but we got to forge ahead. So we'll play it out and just swing. And that was a clan. Somebody just joined the Limited Resources clan. It's pretty popular right now. I listen to their podcast. It's really nice. So we'll get in for 1 damage here. This is not looking good for us at all. So he's got Primeval Titan mana next turn. He can't Valakut us out yet. I mean, he can't Valakut kill next turn, this turn, but well, he might be able to now. Let's see. If he plays another mountain. Okay, so he already has Valakut active. That's pretty insane. Maybe he won't have a Primeval Titan, but he probably will. So we're probably going to lose this match. But let's see what he's got. So if we attach the Sword of Feast and Famine, he can kill it with Valakut. I don't see how we play around it though. We just gotta hope he doesn't notice it or something. Other options, Jace, he'll be able to kill with Valakut. He's got 2 cards left in his hand. It may be just a bunch of ramp, but Jace just straight up dies right now. I think the play here is to attach it and play a Squadron Hawk. I don't see how else we're going to win this game. We just got to hope he has no spells in his hand, or no spells that do anything. Okay, he's going to do it in response, which makes no sense because even with this... Oh, it does make sense, because he can put some damage into us. But I still would rather I think it would make more sense for me, in my opinion, for him to just uh, kill it once I attached it and swung. Actually, no, I'm sorry. He just did the right play there. That's perfectly fine. He would have to kill it anyways, and he's just missing out on damage there. So, we know he's got Valakut active. We'll get Squadron Hawks. Hopefully he just doesn't have anything. But they usually do. Let's see if he's got anything here. He's asking me if I'm lagging. I'm not lagging, so I'm assuming he's lagging. Okay, so there's a forest there. We should see a snap Primeval Titan if he has it, actually. So is Inferno Titan? Oh, Green Sun Zenith Bird. Okay. So we're pretty much dead here. Do you have a Cultivate too? Oh, Harrow. Wow. That's fun. So that's game. We'll make him do the rest. If you're playing a lame deck like Valakut, I'm going to make you kill me. I'm just kidding. But really, I'm going to make you kill me. Yep, we couldn't have done anything about that game. That was just pretty bad. We didn't get any counter spells. We only have 5 in the main deck, but it's always nice to get 1. Okay, so as opposed to how it used to work, things change up nowadays. We used to be able to sit back on Spreading Seas and Tectonic Edges and Day of Judgment away Titans and such. But you can't really do that now. You need to counter the Titans and counter their traps and such. So you bring in the extra counters. You take out 2 Day of Judgments and the Lightning Bolts. Cobra's still a problem, but well, you really just need to bring these in, and Lightning Bolt's only good against Cobra. You can't keep it in just for 1 card. So I think we're going to go with this here. This is what I've been shown as the way to sideboard against Valakut. Yes, I'll play first. And that is a horrible hand. Maybe under the old version you'd want to keep this. Probably not even then, but in this version you really need to play aggressively. You can't just sit back on counters. You need to have Feast and Famine going and countering. And you can't just... I can't hope to draw a Mystic in 2 turns. So we're going to mulligan this. Okay, that's a little better, but it's still pretty bad. At least we'll have a turn 1 preordain. Normally you don't want to use preordain on turn 1, but we need to find some stuff and find it fast. We're going to need the land, so we'll put that on top. Okay, Spell Pierce here. I think we can wait a turn before playing the Squadron Hawks. I really want to make sure we have the ability to Spell Pierce a Colony Heart Expedition like he showed us last turn. Or Explore. He played both of those, so we're going to pass it to him. The Squadron Hawks are not good in this matchup without Stoneforge Mystic. Hitting for 1 is not what you want to be doing. The reason why we keep Squadron Hawks in here is because they carry the swords very well. Okay, so we hit a Colony Heart here. That's very nice. And there's a Stoneforge Mystic. It's very nice. Okay. So we don't actually have any red cards left in the deck against Valakut post sideboard, so we don't need to turn that into a mountain. Mountains are basically colorless for us in this match. Post sideboard. So we'll see if I can get a Feast of Famine. Sometimes they bring in acidic slimes or nature's claim as though. You need to be careful about those. Cobra. Well, we can't do anything about that. Cold Fate we can do something about. Okay. So we're not in a great position here. The Cobra is really annoying. But we can still do some work. Hopefully we draw a land here. Or Flash Freeze, that's fine too. Okay, so we'll pass back to him. If he doesn't play anything of note, we will put in the sword. If he does, we will Flash Freeze it. He's got 5 mana available this turn. We could see an Acidic Slime. If he has an Acidic Slime, we have to counter it. Or Oracle Moldiah. I don't think we can let him have it. If we let him have it, he's going to beat this advantage of Sword and Feast of Famine. We could be running into a Summoning Trap, and that would be a problem. But we also have Day of Judgment possibly next turn, depending on what we